Konnichiwa, my samurai gangster friends, and welcome to this Let's Play of Shogun 2 Total War, DarthMod 2.05 edition, with me, your host, the Flagmeister. Now, as I said, this is an Total War Shogun 2 Let's Play, with the caveat that it is actually a modded version of the game, in the sense that I'm using the DarthMod, which does a great many things, and I'm using the newest version of it currently, which is the 2.05, as I just said. This changes a couple of things more than I can delve into right now, but most noticeably it changes the size of the unit formations to be double that, or potentially double that of what you're used to. Now, I'm not running with those settings simply because I actually don't have a strong enough computer to run it at the same time as recording. So, saving ourselves some hassle and some trouble, I'll be running it with a vanilla size. That is, I believe it's huge settings. I mean, 200 units of Aishigaru in a single unit, so that's pretty large settings still. But if you choose to play with this mod, you can have truly huge battles with, I mean, early on you can have battles which reach up to 10,000 soldiers at a time, so it is definitely very pretty to look at. But let's get into the game proper. Now, we're going to play a campaign, obviously, and we're aiming for a domination campaign. We're going to be playing on hard, at least that is what is the recommended difficulty on the DarthMod setting, at least to my knowledge. I will be posting links in the description should you have the want to play with this mod. It is quite good, I must say. But let's choose our clan with which we're going to start. I'm not going to choose either the Chutsukabe or the Shimazu. Yeah, simply because they are a bit too straightforward in my opinion. Bows or katana samurai. Nor am I going to play as the, where are the date? The date, yeah. I don't know why they say these guys are normal when the Shimazu and the Chutsukabe are easy, because I think the date have an equally good starting position here in a strategically sound position here up in the northeast, where they are pretty much impregnable. The Hojo is an interesting faction. I haven't seen many Let's Plays of these guys, but I don't really think they are that interesting. They can recruit superior siege units. No, I must say they don't really hold a great sway with me. The Mori, on the other hand, they are interesting, I must say. These are definitely someone we could be playing as. Faster ships, very good. Better ships, and cheaper ships. Usually you don't see a lot of naval battles in these Let's Plays, so I think the Mori are a definite option here. We choose as the Oda. The Oda, they have a pretty tough campaign starting off with multiple wars on different fronts. I would say they have a very strong starting advantage in the form of better Ashigaru. So, I don't know, I have seen more than a few guys do the Oda, so I'm not sure about them. We have the Takeda. Interesting, again, a bit straightforward with their improvement. I mean, their bonuses. They're definitely fun, but I'm not too sure about these guys. Now, the Tokugawa. These guys in vanilla were completely broken. I wouldn't say they weren't completely broken, but their campaign start was potentially broken due to the fact that they start out the war with the Oda. Now, the Oda in vanilla pretty much get wiped out on the first turn because the campaign AI would leave their castle undefended. The Saito would move in from the north, swipe down, take the castle. Oda is out of the game, leaving the Tokugawa, who are a vassal of the Imagawa, without any enemies to fight. Because they are a vassal of the Imagawa, they cannot conduct their own independent foreign policy, and by foreign policy I mean actually attacking anyone they have to wait for their masters to attack anyone else before they can join in on the war. So the only option left to you, if you want to get an early aggressive start, you have to take out your master, the Imagawa, first. And that leaves you with a huge penalty in the diplomacy, and yeah, it's not really that nice, because then you have the Saito who are more strong from having taken over the Oda, bearing down on you from the north, and you have to contend with possibly the Hojo, even the Takeda. Yeah, it's not pretty, but it is a good, it's definitely a good clan to play as. I mean, like the bonuses, Kishu Ninja, Netsuke, bit of diplomacy, very interesting. And of course, lastly, we have the Uesugi. Also like these guys, in the prior installment of the mod I'm using, the DarthMod, I think they were a bit broken. You mean you could make a Naginata warrior monk start from turn 0. I mean, you can just spam 2 units of Naginata monks immediately, and that's just absurd. I mean, those guys dominate anything. Actually, Garu don't stand a chance when pitted against these guys. So I don't know if that's still the case. I would think they changed that. I'm not too certain. I haven't played this version, so we'll have to see. But we need to choose, and I think we'll be going with the Mori. An interesting choice. So let's get started, and I will be getting back to you once the introduction movie begins. See you around.
1545. This is Sengoku Jidai, the age of the country at war. For 200 years, the Ashikaga Shoguns have ruled from Kyoto. Great splendor and power were theirs. Now the overmighty clans no longer obey. The time has come for a new warlord to become Shogun. But who will be victorious? Mori lands have always provided for our people. Our enemies are many and envious. They threaten our borders and look for any weakness. Others work the land. We are sea masters, our ships the envy of all. The waves are unforgiving. Mori sailors have strength and great skill. Skills passed down from father to son. They make us strong in war. In Shogunate, the war god has woken. Now is the time to defeat our enemies. All will bow to the Mori clan. We wait no longer. Destiny calls. We are the Mori. Our conflict with the Amako clan has taken a turn for the worse. The recent death of their daimyo and the failure to invade our home province of Aki provided us with an opportunity to invade whilst they were weak and indecisive. Supported by our Ouch allies, many auspicious victories were won along the road to Izumo. However, the Amako defeated us at the capital, and we were compelled to return to Aki to consolidate and rebuild our forces. Our defeat will not stand. It must not. The Amako must be dealt with. And soon. We must first capture Yoami province securing a source of precious metals in the process. Izumo and the fall of the Amako will then be but a short march away. There will then be little reason to spare the Ouchi. The capture of Suo province will grant us superior war horses with which to conquer the other clans, they who will surely cower at mention of the Mori. We have no quarrel with the Kikawa, but the strong seafaring tradition in the home province of Bingo would complement our growing naval expertise perfectly. However, with power and influence will surely come the ire of Kyoto, and should the Shogun feel threatened, he will rally his subjects against us. In that event, we must be prepared to fend off all who would attack us, no matter from where that threat emerges. If the Shogun wishes to halt our expansion, let him come here and reckon with us himself.
Oh, okay, I hope you enjoy that, and that little introduction set us on a path of conquest and set up some immediate goal for us to follow through with. Our initial mission here is to repel the invading army of the Amako clan, which is easily done. Yeah, woman, shut up. Okay, here you'll notice the first immediate change from the vanilla version to the DarthMod version. You see here normally the white stripes in the banner indicate how many units are in a particular army. One stripe indicates one unit. In our castle of Aki, we have one unit, which is our general, our daimyo, and then we have, 5 grayed out units. Normally there'll be 3. You'd have one garrison Ashigaru of Yari, one Yumigaru, and one retainer, one samurai retainer. But in the DarthMod version you have, check it out, 2 Yumi and Yari Garu and 1 samurai retainer, effectively doubling the amount of garrison that is in a initial fort. This changes dynamics quite rapidly, as you can see, and the next increment gives you even more. I mean, you get 1 additional bow Ashigaru and a Yari samurai. So, I mean, that is pretty astounding. It makes it much more difficult to take over territories and makes the AI much stronger in the early game, especially the Oda, who are not completely wiped out in the first turn because of this. What else? Yeah, this actually can potentially break the game because the forts are not designed with huge unit sizes in mind, meaning that you'll probably be a bit... I mean, you cannot really form your units inside these forts if you're playing on the huge settings with 400 units, soldiers in one unit. So, I mean, if you have more than just a couple of units inside these forts, you will have to actually fight outside the walls if you want to do it properly. So, there is that to be said for actually reducing the size of the units, aside from increasing performance. But now let's actually get on with the game. Let me just quickly pause the game here while I attend to something, and I'll be seeing you instantly as far as